Okay, here we go. Perfect, perfect. All right, so welcome everybody. This is Andre Simpson, and we're doing a quick interview today with Miss April Gossett out of Lexington,
Global.
Louisville. I was
Yeah.
about to say Lexington, Louisville, Kentucky. Let me get that
It's
right.
like, this is like
Huh?
right up the road. It don't matter.
So, Louisville, Kentucky, and she's going to share with us today. I don't want to spoil it, but she's going to share with us today some of the success that she's been having working a few of the financial principles that we teach. So, just want to say welcome, Ms. Gossett. How are you today?
I'm doing great. Doing great.
That's good. Thanks for taking a few minutes to share with us some of your financial success, which is what we're going to talk about today. So definitely appreciate your time. And I just want to start. Let's get right down to it, and just go ahead and share with us a little bit before you tell us where you're at and what you've been able to accomplish. Go ahead and just share with us a little bit about where you were and what things that you were dealing with before you got started working these financial principles.
All right. Hello, everybody. My name's April Gossett, and my story started. Really, it started about 10 years ago when I had to leave work early because of a disability, and we kind of ran short on money because everything else was taking so long to fall into place. And you work and you make good money, but you don't always make good money choices. So we made good money. We paid our bills. We did everything we were supposed to do, but we didn't have things set into place. So when we were no longer working, we would be comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
So it eventually got comfortable, but it was very uncomfortable at the beginning. So I worked at Toyota for 23 years. I had to leave.
Mm-hmm.
And when I took off, it took forever to get all my paperwork together. So we were really tight with the money. So I was kind of looking, my husband was still working, but I was still looking around for ways to make money or to make things easier. And I ran into Andre Simpson on internet, and I filled out his form on different financial strategies. And he got in contact with me, and I did sign up with him. And I started using the financial strategies that were in there. Now, when I first got hold of it, it was different. My husband wasn't real excited about it, but he wasn't really involved like I was when we first started.
Right.
So what we did is we started working the strategy. We first got started. The first thing I did was start working on my credit. My credit wasn't bad, but my credit wasn't where I wanted it to be. So finally I got my credit going, and I still hadn't finished with all the strategies, and I got the cash flow manager out, and I started putting in all of my bills, everything that I paid every month, because I could either work the strategies or start my own business, which I chose to work the strategies as well as start my own business, which meant I got to deduct a portion of my living expenses. So I applied that, and when I got my credit going, everything went smooth. I got me a new vehicle. We already had a house, so I started doing the snowball effect, where I would pay off my smallest bills and then slowly take the money that I was paying on that bill once it was paid off, and we just put it toward the house. And, we got a lot of our little bills knocked out that way, and as well as spreading the word about this program, we also got paid by doing that. And I mean, it really made things a lot easier. It helped us to really learn how money works, because you get paid and you get money, but you really don't know how it works and all of the tax deductions you save by having a home-based business.
Right.
So we used all of the home-based business strategies to make extra money, and we just started piling it on our bills. And the next thing you know, bills were getting lower and getting knocked off, and we doubled up on the house payment, and right now we've paid off our house.
Wow.
And my credit score, the last I looked, was 811.
Wow.
Which I am so excited, because the house was supposed to be paid off 9 years from now. Wow. And we were able to knock it down, and we're done with that. So
Wow, wow, that's awesome.
I love
So
it.
you paid the house off 9 years earlier, and you knocked off some debt. How much debt would you say you knocked off in addition to the
Oh,
house?
the debt, I probably, my goodness, as far as all kinds of debt combined, it's been about 75,000.
Are you serious? Wow, wow. Okay, wow. And how? Wow. And what time frame have you been able to
Oh,
accomplish this?
we got started we signed on in 2015 to work the
Okay.
strategies,
Wow,
but we really didn't start kicking it into overdrive until probably 2016, where we just really started
wow.
paying attention, making sure everything was in the cash flow manager for our business. I mean, because keeping records is very important because you can miss a lot of deductions by not keeping good records.
Right, right. Now, when you say keeping deductions, so you're saying you were able to write off your lifestyle, which lowered your taxable income, and you were able to use that money. How was that hard to do? Is that easy to do or learn to do, or sounds kind of complicated?
No, it's very easy to learn. It's
Mhm.
hard. The reason it's hard to do is because if you don't do it in a timely manner, you'll get snowballed with receipts and you'll be trying to, put things in at the last minute. And you may mess up something, may skip something. So
Right.
the procedure is very easy. You just
Okay.
have to make sure you do it on time. And it's really not hard to take a picture of that receipt
Hmm.
and at least do it that night or the next night. There's really no reason to get behind. But I do have to say the first year I wasn't controlled enough to do everything. But in time I did learn how important it was, and it
Right.
is a lot easier to do it as you go.
Right.
A
Right.
lot.
It's just like learning a new habit, right? It's
A new
just
habit.
right.
That's what it is.
Okay. And
Quick
that's
procedure.
a, I'm glad you mentioned that too, because a lot of times people get started with us and they start learning their strategies like you were talking about. And when they first get started, it's a new habit that they're learning. And because they don't start implementing that new habit or working on it, they get frustrated and they just give up and quit.
Right.
But as you are a person who always let me know, I'm still here, I ain't going nowhere, I'm doing,
Right.
now you're reaping the benefits and getting the results that most people don't get. And it's very simple to do. You just have to be willing to. I posted something on Facebook the other day that said, so you telling me you want to make new money but still stay the old you,
Right.
and you can't do that. But look at the results that you have, paying off all this debt, house paid off 9 years sooner, credit score 811. That's phenomenal. So you had mentioned something about something called a cash flow manager. What is that for those who are hearing that for the first time?
Cash flow manager. It's where you put all of your bills. You can make as many sheets as you want, but I've made one just for our business and then a separate one for our home expenses.
Okay.
So if you put those in a timely manner, when it's time to get your taxes paid, you can just print that off and you don't have to carry a big box of receipts to
Right.
your accountant's office. You just print those sheets off and take it to them and they know what to do with them. But you
Awesome.
have to have good records. Good records.
So it's basically a software that you use
Yes.
that comes. Okay. So software that you use and you just input that. So you don't have to do your own taxes. How does that, you say you take it to an accountant? How does that work for a
Yes, I
person
don't
that
do my own
handle?
taxes. Because I believe if you have a business, you don't want just anybody doing your taxes.
Right.
That's a good way to mess up right from the beginning. You want a professional to do your taxes. If you're going to be a professional and running your own business, you need to get your taxes done by a professional. And I'm glad I did
That's
because I've
awesome.
always used TurboTax. And with a business, you don't want to use TurboTax.
Right, right. And we did that too. Me and my wife, we had a friend of ours in the family who was doing our taxes, and we ended up owing at the end of each year. And no disrespect to her, but when we got started using the strategies as well, we wanted to make sure that we had somebody that was well versed in home-based business deductions
Right.
so that we can get the same results that you were getting as well. So that's awesome. That's awesome. Now, you said what other tools? You said you used started stacking your debt, snowballing your debt. Well, what tool did you use to be able to do that, to be able to make that happen?
I knew you were going to ask me that. And I'm sitting here trying to, for some reason, it's just past my mind for some reason. It's
The
part of the cash flow strategist.
cash flow strategist, right, right. So,
Well, how could I forget that? Yes, because
nice.
you can put your bills in that
Okay,
and tell them when you want it paid off.
right,
Now you put your interest rate, you put all of that in, and it will give you a set payment on how to pay your bills off with.
wow.
It's
And
not
just,
something you have to remember.
right, right,
You can change it when you want to. You can put as many bills in as you want to.
right. So you have total control over that system when you can go in and work that out whenever you can, just in case you have some changes in your financial situation, whether it's good or bad. You can go in there and make those changes. You just want to be consistent as much as possible.
Yes, and you can also do it on your computer as well as your smartphone.
Right,
Because I
right.
do everything on my smartphone.
Wow.
So that really worked out well.
Now, did you have to do anything? Because I know we have one of the strategies we have is we do help you do credit repair as well. Did you have to go in there and do anything, or did your credit just shoot up on its own, or did you do anything with that?
Actually, it did shoot up on its own because my credit's never really been bad, but I always wanted to improve it. So I didn't really have to use that, but everyone I've talked to that has used it says it's pretty easy to do.
Right.
Just like anything else, you just have to sit down and do it.
That's
But
awesome.
you want to have control of your own credit repair, because if you just send it to somebody to do, you don't really know how it works.
Right.
You're just paying them to do it, and then your information is going, should go to a third party or somebody. You want to just keep your finances and fix them yourself, so you'll know how
Right.
in advance not to let it get back the way it was before.
Exactly. I had somebody say that the other day. Said, "No, I just want to pay somebody to work on it for me." I said, "I'm sorry, I won't be able to help you with that." I'm not sure why you don't want to be involved in fixing your own credit, but that's
Right.
you. But that's awesome. Now, you mentioned that. So you were able to accomplish all of this, pay off the debt, credit score up, house paid off years early, using this system, using a snowball account, cash flow strategist, cash flow manager. That sounds pretty expensive.
Oh no, it's not expensive at all. Actually, when I started, it was $195.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't matter because it was worth it. It was
Right.
worth every bit of it. But now it's $49.95
Wow.
and $34.95 a month after that.
Wow.
But you get your money back. You get your money's worth back off of that, because by being a business owner, your taxes are going to be changed. So most people get a difference. When they on their check, they'll get more money on their check, and if not, if they want to work the business side of it and spread the word on what we have,
Mm-hmm.
get people signed on, they can make money from that. So really, $34.95 a month is not that bad at all.
Yeah.
Because
Right.
you can throw that away. You can go to McDonald's. 3 people go to McDonald's, and you can throw that away, and you won't get nothing from it. So why not invest in yourself?
Right.
Make money and get yourself straight at the same time.
Right. That's awesome. Best $34.95 investment a month that comes out of my house, besides my tithes and offerings at church. But that's the second thing. That best thing that comes out of our house. It's been the best investment as well. You had also just mentioned just now increasing your cash flow. Were you all able to increase your cash flow through any of the strategies as well?
Just by becoming a business owner, we increased it.
Okay.
Changing our W-4, we got $600 back into our household just by doing that alone, without even anything else. So our $34.95 was pretty much covered every month.
So you increase your income about $600 a month, and that's just changing your W-4 or your W-2. Which one was that?
Just changing the W-4 to getting the deductions we got on our W-4 by being a business owner, brought back $600 a month.
Okay. So what is the W-4? Because a lot of times I talk to people and they get that kind of mixed up. They say, I said, well, did you change your W-4 when you first started, when you got a business or whatever? And they was like, they always come back with, yeah, I changed my W-2. Yeah, I know about that. So what's the difference between, just real quick, because that's huge, $600 a month back into your household? What's the, how do you, what form?
Before I get into that, the first thing I wanted to say is how we tell everybody they need to look over their W-4 once a year.
Mm-hmm.
I filled out my W-4 in 1989,
Mm.
And I didn't change it ever again until I joined right now in 2015.
Wow.
So I had children. I got married, divorced, married. I mean,
Yeah.
I've done a lot of changes, and I had never once thought about doing that, and nobody ever said do that. So
Wow.
W-4 is the form you fill out when you first start your job.
Wow.
So if you have any changes, that's the only time you look at the W-4 is when you're looking over it to see if it's correct or you're making changes on it. But you do need to visit the W-4 at least once a year, or
Right.
if you're married or divorced or have children, you definitely need to look at that. And a W-2 is what you get every year that shows you what you've made all year. That's the one you fill with your tax. You take to file your income tax. So with
Wow.
all the taxes you paid all year, and you get that every year. You can't really make any changes to that, but your
Right.
W-4 you definitely can.
Okay. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you for clarifying that. And then last but not least, you have mentioned starting a business. So you're able to, even though you get all these education and training on strategies on debt elimination, credit, changing the W-4, being able to use the debt stack and all that stuff. You also said you were able to share this information with other people and earn money. Isn't that like a pyramid or something like that, or how? What is that?
No, I really wouldn't be sharing information about a pyramid since it is illegal.
Okay.
I really don't know a lot about a pyramid, but I know what we do is not a pyramid.
Right.
Now, with a pyramid, you don't have any products or anything. You're just stacking money.
Right.
Each person's just sitting there waiting patiently until they get to the top to get their money. Now,
Right.
what we do, to think about any corporation, somewhat you could say that is a pyramid because it's always someone above you making more money.
Right.
So whether it's your supervisor, your manager, or whatever, they are all making more money than you are, and nobody ever calls that a pyramid.
Right.
So
Right.
yes, we do get paid by sharing our information, but why shouldn't we? It's so we get paid. We get paid to show people how to fix their finances
Right.
the way we fix ours. So I would definitely say it's not a pyramid.
Right, right. And I wanted to throw that out there too, because people have the wrong idea about being able to earn income. Because most people work a job and they all we understand is linear income. So
Right.
you have the ability to you go in, you clock in, you get a check, you go home, you go back, you clock in. We're used to that. So when you get an opportunity to spread your income 50, 60, 70 different ways, it's foreign to most people, and then they go, "Oh, it's a scam, it's a pyramid."
Right.
But if you can pay off $70,000 worth of debt, pay off your house, get the education and training, increase your cash flow, and also make money doing that, and if that scares you, then you scare me. So we're not
Right.
a good fit for each other. But that's awesome. That's awesome. So thanks for clarifying that. So no, we get paid, and we also have the ability to receive residual income because we teach a strategy called cash asset cash, which is exactly what Miss April Gossett is personifying here, is executing by increasing her cash flow, sharing it, increasing her cash flow in many different ways, sharing the information, using that money to pour onto her debt, and now are you looking into doing any investing yet, or doing any of that yet, or how's that going?
We're working on some things right now, but
Awesome.
I don't really want to talk about it just yet. But right
Yeah.
now, when I quit working, my money's rolled over into my 401k.
Nice.
But I am planning on. We're working on some things. I'm going to take some of that money out and invest it in some other areas. But
Right. Right.
right now, I've got it in pretty much in the stock market. That's where my 401k is. We do have a IRA account.
Awesome.
I'm trying to find some other things to
Yeah.
focus on
Yeah.
because I do want a well-rounded portfolio. I want all my eggs in one basket.
Now, we'll make a suggestion on the personal cash flow plan. You get a chance to listen to that. You want to go ahead and grab that. The personal cash flow plan gives you a step-by-step when you're ready to go into investing and mastering our strategies. You take that personal cash flow plan and listen to that over and over again because it's like, I believe, like 7 or 8 steps and you don't go to step 2 till you complete step 1. You don't go to step 3 till you complete step 2. So it's very, very powerful. So that's awesome. So what's next? What's the next thing you're looking to tackle right now? Being that you've accomplished so much, and what are you looking to accomplish next?
Next, pretty much I just want to pick up what I'm doing because I haven't been going as hard as I had. I've had a lot of stuff going on, but I do want to I plan on getting out in the community more,
Right.
because our people do need us, and it's good online and the
Right.
internet to reach people, but when you can go into the community and actually talk to people,
Right.
that's what I've been working on so far.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You know, our people need us. And
yes.
for some reason, we try to talk to them, and when you talk to them face to face, it's always better.
Right.
Than being online, because
yeah,
they see a human attached to what they're saying instead of somebody just on the screen. They actually know, where they can find you personally.
Right.
I think it makes that a lot better.
Right. So yeah, this information definitely needed online across the nation, in your local community. So definitely. So we'll definitely appreciate it. And just my last question is, what would you say to a person that's listening to this interview for the first time, just now learning about MyEcon is the name of the company that we are affiliated with, that's been helping us to reach our goals financially, and also build a business. So what would you say to a brand new person that's their first time hearing it? You look right in the camera and tell them, hold nothing back. Just tell them straight up. What would you tell them?
I would tell them, this is not a scam. It's not a pyramid. Right. Don't judge it by the first time you've heard it, because it takes a couple times to listen to it before it sinks in.
Right.
But this is something that you need. I wouldn't say you didn't need it, but you see how these millionaires are not paying taxes, and everybody's like, oh, they must be doing something illegal. No, they're not doing anything illegal. They just know things that we weren't taught in school. So I'm not an expert, but I do say, if you have money, if you're working every day, if you're paying taxes, there's no reason you should not be able to become financially free if you study these strategies.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you so much. Congratulations to you and your family. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep plugging away. One thing I love about what we do is that if you can't build the business or choose not to build the business, you can come in here and master the strategy. We have lots of millionaires in our company who are mastering these strategies, and we also need people who have the ability to share this information with others and get results as well. So everybody can come in here and get a W. It's a win-win-win situation all the way around. So so definitely get back with the person that shared this video with you, and just let them know you're ready to get started. You want to see more information or whatever, but take this serious. It's a live person. You can reach out to her. You can find her on social media and ask her some questions if you want, either me, whoever, and get started and change your life if you are serious. So any last words?
No, it's not. It's a no-brainer. We'll be waiting for you to contact us.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you so much, Ms. April. Appreciate that.
All right. Bye-bye.